It's crazy. You people are cringe. Dancing Toothless is a Nazi. Okay, we're not gonna platform Nazis on this channel. Okay, as much as you want to, we are not gonna platform Nazis on this channel unless if they're good for views. Okay, guys, you need to understand that. If a Nazi is not good for views, you're not on the channel. But if you are good for views, you are on the channel. Okay, it's simple. It's very consistent. Bill Burr.
And when he trains for
Joe Frogan. Whatever.
Is horrific.
So freaking cool. Okay, we'll do Joe Rogan quick. Oh god. Can we please get back on the right track here, guys? These demon rats. There you go. It's open now. Did I really just close that out? Oh, here. So both Joe Rogan and Marjorie Taylor Greene in the past week have said Trump's immigration program is way too quick, way too brutal, way too bad. Okay, Marjorie Taylor Greene on Tim Dillon's show.
The way it looks is horrific. It looks, when you're just arresting people in front of their kids and just normal, regular people that have been here for 20 years.
Yeah.
That everybody who has a heart can't get along with that.
No.
Everybody.
Joe Rogan here is about to say the Democrats' actual platform on immigration, by the way. The exact Democratic platform he's about to say.
Everybody who has a heart sees that and goes, that can't be right. That can't be right. That can't be the only way to do this.
Right.
Because you have to think, look, yeah, we have to have a border. Yes, it should have been secure. Yes, they should make sure you know who everybody is before they get in.
Yeah.
But when people been here for 20 years, like, come on, man. That's crazy. Like,
yeah.
Let's find a way. If they've been productive members of society for 20 years, no criminal record, they worked the entire time, they paid taxes, find them a pathway to citizenship.
You need to understand, and by the way, a pathway to citizenship is a Reagan-type policy. It's a current Democratic Party policy. When you have a politician like Trump blaming every problem in America on immigration, J.D. Vance says immigrants are making housing costs go up, they're making diseases go up, they're making the economy suck, they're making everything less safe, they're ruining our culture. When you have them saying they poison the blood of America and they are savages, okay? They are savages ruining American culture. We have to protect Western civilization and the homeland against their savage culture. That wording is white nationalism, okay? That wording is not just simply, I think the border should be strong. That is an that wording is evil. That wording is evil. And Joe Rogan is too dumb, I guess, to pick up on that. Any person who really cares about the border, if you're not a bad person, you can say you care about the border and not call immigrants scum and yeah, all these terrible things they say about and rodents and all these other dehumanizing terms.
You can do this thing that you want to do, which is keep terrorists and cartel members from getting across the border.
Reagan today.
Drugs that kill 100,000 people a year.
On immigration.
Okay.
most of the drugs coming to America from American citizens.
But also, have
through
a
legal ports of entry.
heart. Because if you don't, you're not going to get anybody on your side. If you're doing this stuff publicly, throwing women to the ground, handcuffing people, just for existing on the wrong side of the dirt. Not a criminal. Not the only crime they ever committed was coming over here as a kid. They probably didn't even know what the was going on.
Man.
You know, a lot of kids got snuck across when they were already born in Mexico. And they've grown up their entire life in America. They can't even speak Spanish. And they could get sent back.
We have a labor force in America across many industries that has been built on illegal labor.
Just really quick before her. There was a story today about a Chicago woman. So with her, this Chicago woman, let's see. Yeah, so this woman is Latina. She had her headphones in, walking through Chicago, walking with her 2 dogs. And she was detained randomly by 2 ICE agents, not identified. They would not answer any questions. They would not say any names or badge numbers or anything. They held her for an hour asking questions. She was adopted. Okay, she was adopted, born in Illinois. Her last name is Greeley. Okay, she carries a copy of her passport just in case she runs into these ICE thugs. She says to them, I am Latina and I am a service worker. And I fit the description of what they're looking for now, she says to the reporter. Now, during the encounter, Greeley said they took her and told her she doesn't look like a Greeley. So basically, she has her papers on her, which she doesn't need papers. She's born in America. But she has a passport on her because she knows these thugs will racially profile her. And not only do they racially profile her and detain her, they don't believe her documents are real, or credit cards, or insurance cards, or anything. They don't believe they're real because they feel she doesn't look like she should legally be here. So they can just say you don't look like you should legally be here and detain you. That is enough cause for them to detain you. Calling her a liar over and over and over again. Greeley recalled being told that she's a liar, and she offered the rest of her wallet, and they looked through her entire wallet and barely believed her. It took them over an hour because they don't care. They racially profile. They go after anybody, American citizens, whoever it is. And if you are someone who is black or brown in America, you need your passport on you right now. Especially if you speak Spanish, especially if you're Latino. Like, those are the categories they go after right now. Not categories. These are the human beings they are profiling right now. And if it doesn't happen to you, that's cool. If you don't care about other people, if you don't care about authoritarian overreach of the government, that's fine. But just know you're a dumbass, okay?
That's a fact. That also cannot be ignored. And as a conservative, and as a business owner in the construction industry, and as a realist, I can say we have to do something about labor, and that needs to be a smarter plan than just rounding up every single person and deporting them just like that.
Right.
So, and I'm going to get pushed back on that, but it's I'm just living in reality from here on out.
Marjorie Taylor Greene dares to speak out against the Trump cult. How dare she, dude? How dare she? Okay, you can call in. Someone said they want to call in. Call in. Why not? Call in. I'll do the other thing after this. There will never be another like me. Call the phone lines. Call the phone lines. Call the phone line. Call the phone line.
Defeat an efficient.
All right, no one's calling. Too late. So here Joe Rogan, all right, he is talking about the Epstein files, and he looks at the vote for releasing the Epstein files, and he sees it was a partisan line vote, okay, on party lines, and he thinks all Democrats voted against it. And he's ready to go off on a conspiracy theory, be mad at Democrats and whatever. Then he realizes Republicans are the ones blocking the Epstein files. And he's like, oh, well, that's crazy,
that
dude.
Would have forced the Department of Justice to release all files related to Jeffrey Epstein. The vote was largely along party
Both
lines,
sides.
with 2 Republicans joining all Democrats in supporting the amendment.
Oh wait, not both sides. It was the Republicans voting against this shit.
It says 2 Republicans joining the Democrats in supporting the amendment to defeat it. So why are the Democrats interested in defeating it?
Well, let's ask. No, I think this is
Okay, so right now Joe Rogan says, why do the Democrats want to defeat it? When he realizes Republicans are defeating it, does he ask the same question?
saying that the Democrats want it to come out and the Republicans don't.
Okay.
And party lines. Let's ask Perplexity, why won't they release the Epstein?
So I was gonna. There's Eric Swalwell, who's I guess.
I read it wrong. I read it wrong. No, okay, so the Democrats were not. The Democrats were pushing this. The Republicans
Yes.
fought against it. Okay, I fucked that up. So 51 to 49 is crazy. So they just voted along party lines. So they're probably told to do this.
Okay, so they're told to do this. Told by who? Okay, told by who?
Right. So what the fuck's in there, man?
Well, so then they've been. Not only is the government shut down right now, I think that might affect it some, but they're in recess. Congress is, and so this Eric Swalwell said this stuff today. Again, it might not be true, but.
It's coming to an end, guys. I've
Yeah.
spoken to a lot of House Republicans this week, and they confided that Trump's movement support is fading. As one told me, this Epstein bomb is about to drop, and no one wants to defend a pedo protector. It's just a matter of time, Swalwell said in a thread. One Republican just texted me that if there's a discharge vote on Epstein, they expect a jailbreak of over 100 members. Trump will go nuts, he added.
So they said this further goes on to say that if they get back, that this is the first thing on the docket, and that's sort of what's holding them back in recess right here.
Wow, we are watching wild history in real time.
Dude.
All he can say is watching Wild History. I guarantee you, if Democrats were blocking it, he'd be talking about how Democrats are protecting Epstein and protecting all the files and protecting all the people involved in this and the elite cabal and the conspiracies. When does Joe Rogan not make a conspiracy? But now, because he realizes Republicans are the ones defending the pedos, now he's not going to talk about it at all. This is disgusting partisanship. This is the least fair, the most partisan hackery you can show as a person. Oh, it's just crazy stuff happening, dude. No commentary whatsoever on Republicans blocking the Epstein files over and over and over again. No commentary whatsoever. But remember, he was ready to go off on Democrats if they were the ones blocking it. But no, Joe Rogan only cares about kids being assaulted if his political enemies are the ones in trouble. If his political friends are in trouble, he'll cover for it. It's just a crazy thing then, dude. If it's his friends who assaulted children, or who may have, or who are protecting people who did. Okay, like Pam Bondi, Castro, and their leader, Trump, telling them to hide the files. Telling FBI agents, the FBI agents who were given the responsibility of finding Trump's name in the file to redact it everywhere, because his name's in the file everywhere. Yeah, it's disgusting hackery by Joe Rogan here. Crazy. And he's stupid too. He's dumb and dishonest. It's crazy. All right, phone lines are open again. I can't watch Fox News. All they're gonna do is say Trump is God. There's not even a debate head on that channel right now. Or anything, really.
Call from.
Hello, what's up? Howdy.
Hello?
Hello, what's up?
What's up, guys? Am I live?
Yep, you're live.
Oh, sorry.
Hello?
Okay. So, there's a delay between me calling and you on the live stream.
Well, pause my stream.
I'm just going to pause it.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of yours. I've been watching your streams.
Okay.
They're pretty good. Also, I have a question. What do you think about the guy who debates about the existence of God?
Alex O'Connor.
Yeah.
I think he's cool. I've seen him. He seemed pretty good.
Also, I want to say hi to chat. Hi, chat.
Hi, chat. Are you just here to say hi quick?
Well, would you be up? Do you want like to debate?
Debate what?
Oh, Trump, I guess.
What about Trump?
He is an asshole and definitely think he's sick somehow.
Hey, we agree on Trump being an asshole. We can't debate it.
Oh, shit.
Hey, I appreciate you watching. I appreciate you calling, though.
Also, it was funny. It was a couple streams ago, and you were calling this guy, and he got upset because you. Fuck. He was saying that he wasn't a pedo, and he got really upset. That was really funny.
That guy was a little crazy. Hey, I'm gonna talk to people who disagree with me, man. I appreciate you watching. Appreciate you calling. Hope you have a great night, brother.
Bye.
All right, have a good one. Please drop likes on the stream, guys. 18 likes on you. We need more. We need more likes.
Hello?
Hello. Hey, what's up?
Hey. So
Howdy.
you're talking about the Epstein files, right?
I mentioned them. I'm not an expert.
Well, don't you think that if every time they've been trying for 10 years, 8+ years anyway, to get Trump on anything and everything, that they had control during the whole debacle Biden administration, that they would have used it to try to get Trump, even when he tried to go back? But no, they didn't, because there's nothing there.
Why are they blocking it right now, then?
They're not blocking it.
Republicans are voting against releasing all the files right now.
Well, you know who is on that files?
Trump?
Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, Obama.
And Trump?
Oh,
Oh, well, Obama's... There's nothing about Obama on there, but Trump and Bill Clinton, maybe. Maybe Trump and Bill. Nothing about Hillary either, but maybe Trump and Bill.
Trump kicked him out of Mar-a-Lago.
No, Trump said himself that he only fought with Epstein after Epstein was stealing girls from his spa. Stealing young girls from Trump's own spa from Mar-a-Lago. He had to get rid of Epstein after that. It was nothing about assaulting children.
I talked to the women that were victims of that and said he was never did anything inappropriate with anybody.
That's not true.
But
multiple women have said Trump did inappropriate things. Michael Wolff, who talks to Epstein, who interviewed him multiple times, said he found pictures of Trump with half-naked girls in his apartment building or whatever. The FBI currently probably has those, but they don't want to release those. I don't know if Trump did anything with children, but he definitely did some weird things with Epstein. I would say that Biden with Epstein files. Now, the DOJ is usually separate from the president. So like Biden never ordered the DOJ to do anything like Trump orders his DOJ. Usually it's the president does not really talk to the attorney general or the FBI director. It was never like this before. So I mean, there's a good chance that Biden and Democrats did not even know what was in the files.
I didn't know who he was, much less who he was. But Obama sent his DOJ out to try to frame him. The Democrats have tried everything in their power to try to
frame him
Trump.
for what? Try to frame him for what?
Russia.
How?
Russia is the one that helped him win the election when everybody knows it was Hillary that set up the goddamn.
Well, not the one, but Russia helped. They were trying to help Trump. They were trying to help him.
No, they hated Trump. They put sanctions on him. They wanted Hillary to win.
No, everything from Russia, everything from Russian state TV, everything from the internal files we have from Russia, they wanted Trump to win because Trump's like, okay, so for example, does Russia like NATO?
No.
Okay, Hillary loved NATO, wanted NATO to expand. Trump, what does Trump want with NATO?
Wants them to pay their fair share. Wants the countries to pay instead of us carrying all the burden.
Okay, so Trump has threatened multiple times to leave NATO as well. He called the European Union something that was made to be a threat to America as well. Putin hates the European Union and NATO. So it probably makes sense that Russia would want to support someone like Trump, who's more of an isolationist, who's more anti-NATO, who's anti-global influence. So like China and Russia, sanctions were put on Russia by Biden. I'm not saying Trump never put any sanctions on them, but I'm just saying that when it comes to Hillary versus Trump, Trump was the obvious answer for Russia. Like all the information we have in all these reports, even the bipartisan reports, showed Russia had a clear preference for Trump. Even Trump himself had to say that in his first term. But there was no framing. There was no framing or any. They never tried to lock Trump up for anything like that.
Where did the dossier come from?
Which dossier?
The Russia files and the whole crap that they
The
tried
Russia
to,
files.
The one that Hillary paid for, trying to frame Trump on everything he could.
Hillary didn't pay for them.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did. She used
What did he get
DNC.
framed for? What did he get framed for?
They tried to frame him for. They tried to. They didn't. They tried to say that he was in motels with women peeing on him. They tried to say that
Hillary was not involved in that at all, in the peeing stuff. That was a whole nother thing.
Really?
That was from the other dossier.
Hillary paid Steele to try to find any trash she could on Trump.
So like the DOJ report under Obama came out after the election and just said that Russia tried to help Trump win with propaganda. They didn't really influence the actual vote count. They did not hack election machines materially, but they did spread propaganda to try and help Trump win. That's what the DOJ found. Even under Trump, the bipartisan commissions came to the same conclusion.
Or more.
Marco Rubio, his current Secretary of State, came to the same conclusion.
No, he didn't.
Yeah,
You're
he did.
listening to CNN.
They're on video talking about that, yeah. Like, because Russia wanted Trump to win. Who was more pro-helping Ukraine, do you think, Trump or Biden?
Who was helping Ukraine more?
Yeah, who is more pro-Ukraine, Trump or Biden?
The Biden administration gave him millions of dollars and has billions of dollars, don't know where it went.
So Biden's more pro-Ukraine. Biden wants more support for Ukraine.
Biden didn't know where the hell he was, much less who he is.
So Biden wanted more support for Ukraine, right?
Yeah, he had Zelensky in there giving him money every time he turned around.
Yeah. Okay, so Biden wanted more support for Ukraine, right?
Say that again?
Biden wanted more support for Ukraine. Trump wants less support for Ukraine.
Yeah, I agree with Trump. We've given him enough money, and what's he doing?
But here's the thing. If you have a Democratic Party that wants to support Ukraine, and you have Republicans who want to be moving away from Ukraine, which candidate out of those two would Russia pick, if they could?
Who put more sanctions on Russia, Trump or Biden?
Again, it's the same question. If you have a president who wants to support Ukraine until basically to help defend them, versus a president who wants to leave Ukraine and not help Ukraine, which one would Russia pick?
Russia would probably pick him, but
would pick who?
At the same time,
they would pick Trump.
Pick Biden, the idiot.
Wait,
but at the same time,
Russia. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, they would pick the pro-Ukraine president over the anti-Ukraine president. Sure. Yeah. 100%.
Okay, but
you realize that Russia bombed an American company in Ukraine. Russia bombed an American company in Ukraine, and Trump didn't say shit. Trump called Putin attractive after. Trump literally said Putin is a good-looking guy the day after he bombed an American company.
Now, does Trump say stuff that I don't agree with? Yes. Does he think?
No, but that's pathetic. That's pathetic. It's not just saying things. He's a president making actual policy adjustments, blocking intel sharing from Ukraine,
right?
giving material support. No, I don't care. I don't love politicians like you do. I'm looking objectively at them and what they actually do and say. I don't have to talk about, is he actually alive or not, like Joe Biden or Trump? No, I actually look at what they do.
So do I. Who's the only president that has actually gone in office, usually a president or Congress, Senate, whatever, makes a whole bunch of promises? And how many of them keep those promises? Very few. Because
Are you saying Trump kept his promises?
Yes. Every damn one of them.
Okay, so he said the Russian-Ukraine war was going to end on day one. Did it end on day one?
He said he would work on it on day one.
No, he said it would end on day one. He said Russia never would have invaded Ukraine if he was president.
It will end.
Okay, so he lied there. You just don't want you don't want to admit he lied there, but he lied there. He said it was going to end on day one. And also, Trump is president. Russia invaded NATO airspace like 50,000 times in the past not 50,000, like 10 times in the past few weeks with drones and with fighter jets. They never invaded NATO airspace under Biden. Now, Trump lied about that stuff.
Who let a Chinese balloon go over all of our country?
Trump, okay, we're talking about Trump's lies. We're talking about Trump. You said Trump doesn't lie. Okay, stay on Trump. He said costs are going to be down. He said costs are going to be down on day one. He said costs are going to be down on day one. Hey, buddy, he said costs are going to be down on day one. Are they down?
They're coming down.
Electricity costs in America are up 40%. He said electricity was going to be the big thing to come down because drill, baby, drill. They're up 40% in America right now from when he took office. Yeah, it literally is. People can check their bills right now compared to last year.
I check my bills all the time.
I doubt it because people can see the changes right now, and it's because of AI data centers largely. And we're canceling. We just canceled the biggest solar farm in American history because Trump doesn't like solar panels. He thinks China doesn't use them, although China's leading the world in green energy.
Solar doesn't work right now. Eventually, maybe when we get the technology, solar and wind farms are not the answer. You know it as well as I do, whether you want to admit it or not.
No, you're just a dumbass. You're a dumb. No, you just don't understand how any of this works. We need bigger energy capacity because energy costs are going up. We need more energy capacity. Every form of energy we can get, we need to have. We got to have wind, solar. We got to have nuclear. We got to have every form we could possibly have in America, or our prices are gonna skyrocket, and they're gonna skyrocket because Trump is killing it.
Who canceled all the oil?
No one canceled any of the oil. Biden drilled more oil than Trump did. You don't know that though because you don't know any facts about any of this. That's why you're a Trump voter.
Oh, really? I don't.
Biden produced more oil than Trump did in his first term.
Bullshit.
He literally did. Look up the numbers.
Gave away the oil
Look up the
reserves.
numbers. No, you don't know anything. Look it up. Google it. Do you Google anything?
Okay, go drink some more Kool-Aid and pull your head.
I'll Google the numbers right. I'll get the numbers on screen. Wait 1 second. Let me get the numbers on screen.
If you're a big pop, you know your head came out of your ass.
Oh, you gotta start insults because you know you're a dumbass. Okay, let's look at the actual production. Let's look at the actual production.
You started calling me a dumbass and
Yeah,
didn't know what I was doing.
Calm down. Okay, I got the numbers on screen. Okay, I got numbers on screen from Alaska Beacon of the oil production under Biden in year 3. Biden in year 3, his production of energy in general was the most energy independent America has been in the past 60 years under Biden. You don't know this though because you don't look at facts. You don't.
Oh, I look at facts.
No, you don't, because you would know this. You would know this. You would know this. You would know that our oil production surged under Biden.
We were energy independent when Biden took over. He canceled it.
That's not true. We were not energy independent, and nothing was canceled when COVID happened. After COVID, Biden increased our oil production to all-time highs.
No, he got rid of our oil reserves.
I just showed the graph of our oil production. Our oil production. I'm not talking about reserves. I'm saying our production we produce per year. I just showed the graph on screen. People know you're a liar. They just saw it. They just saw it. They just saw it. It peaked under Biden, oil production. They just saw it. You can keep on saying that it's not true, but we just showed the numbers on screen. Because your vibes, your emotions, because Trump told you, because Trump can manipulate you, because you'll believe anything he says. He says, drill, baby, drill. No, Trump's bad for everything in America right now. Our economy's about to collapse, and you'll see in a few weeks. It's for a few months. Whenever it happens, you'll see it.
Yeah, you'll see too.
And we're paying higher tariffs, we're paying higher electricity costs. AI gods are taking over with a surveillance state in America. Trump is gladly giving that away. We're giving Qatar Air Force or an installation on one of our air bases.
Who gave away billions of military stuff to our enemies? When we pulled out of
Afghanistan. You mean Trump giving $20 billion to Argentina right now?
No, I'm talking about billions of dollars of military equipment just left.
How long were we in Afghanistan?
15 years.
Yeah, so 15, 20 years, okay? So Trump, at the end of his term, decides to negotiate some type of pull-out deal, okay? The Doha agreements, okay? So this agreement would say that we're going to pull out the next year in 2020, 2021. We're going to pull out in 2021 from Afghanistan. Now Trump, knowing he had us set to pull out in like April or May of 2025, did nothing at all as president. He left in January to move our equipment out of Afghanistan. There is no way, and this is something also you need to look it up, and this is why you have these opinions because you don't look it up. For us to move 20 years worth of military equipment out of Afghanistan, we need to start probably a year ahead of time, maybe more. Trump gave no effort to that. He had us with a pullout date. He agreed with the Taliban. He worked with the Taliban for a pullout date. We kind of had to abide to. Biden pushed it back a little bit. But if equipment was the main issue, then Trump should have done something about that if he's going to do a pullout agreement. And we had allies there too. We had to get allies out as well. So like it's just a dumb point to bring up. And also we're giving handouts to Iran, to the Saudis. We're calling former terrorist heroes now in these parts of the world. We're giving $20 billion to Argentina. None of this is America first. We're giving Israel whatever they want. None of it is America first.
Have you ever been in the military?
No.
I have. I spent 10 years in the Army. And
Okay, then you would know that in 5 months you would not be able to get all the equipment out of there.
No, but you're supposed to blow it up or destroy it.
Then Trump should have blown it up.
He wasn't president. The jackass Biden was.
Has there been any negative outcome so far of that military equipment being there? To
Yes.
America?
We're using
Okay,
our
what
own
happened?
equipment against us. We're using our own.
Where?
We're using our own equipment against us.
Where?
All over the Middle East.
Where? Where have American troops died from this? Where?
You love your internet. Go look at it.
No, you don't have any examples of it. Do you know
You
that?
love your internet.
Do you know that 4 times more American troops died under Trump than under Biden? I think like 64 died under Trump and like 13 died under Biden, or like 15.
That they're reporting.
That they're reporting, so we can't trust the facts. Yeah, okay. All right, so you're saying our military is lying about their own fallen
Look
soldiers.
at Billy. Look at the generals that were giving away information and were saying that they were going to give information to China if he decided to go after them, which is treason.
You think Republicans at all, in any capacity, would allow Biden to not count the deaths that were under his watch as president?
They tried. They weren't in charge. Democrats were in charge of the House.
No, I mean
and
like
Senate.
the numbers alone. When I say that 4 times more troops died under Trump, like you realize that like at this point in Trump's presidency, he already has done more drone strikes and airstrikes than Biden did his entire time in office, and we're 9 months in.
Okay. And your
I'm
point?
just saying he's just more pro-war. We might be doing regime change with Venezuela. We're putting more
peace
soldiers
treaties
in Israel now to watch
than
the
Biden ever thought.
what?
He's got more peace treaties across the world than Biden or the Democrats ever thought of.
Like Albania, like the fake war in Albania that they laugh about because it was a fake conflict. Like India and Pakistan, where now you realize our relationship with India is severed because Trump lies and says that he solved their war when he did nothing at all. That's one reason India hates us now. And Trump talks about, I ended 7 wars. Like, no, that never happened. It's propaganda. India hates us now. India hates us. Modi hates us because of Trump lying about that. And Pakistan too. They're like, what the hell is Trump talking about?
And how is that hurting the U.S. if
Because he's
Hey.
lying. You just gave him credit for peace deals he didn't do because he told you he did it. Again, another topic that he just say things to you. You did no other research because you would know easily if you Googled it that Albania was not really at war. That Pakistan India was not solved by Trump. He talks about what, like Cambodia or something. If you ask Trump what's the main thing that helped you solve Cambodia, like what do you think? What would he say?
Okay. I really don't give a flying what's going on in Cambodia or in Russia or any of the others. I care about what's going on in this country.
Okay, but you just gave him credit for all the peace deals that are fake. But okay. I mean, the Medicaid cuts are pretty devastating in this country. Medicaid cuts to give the money to the wealthy.
Getting rid of the illegals off of it? Yeah, I agree with that.
You know
Getting
why?
rid of the
So like, if we look at the number, so like we look at Medicaid. What percent of Medicaid do you think goes to emergency services for illegal aliens in America?
Quite a bit.
0.4% of Medicaid. 0.4%. Now, if our number's 0.4% for that, and they're cutting 5% of the Medicare of the Medicaid budget,
A lot of the people that are
who is going to lose healthcare in that system?
the people that are cheating the system.
Oh, okay. What do you think the Medicare fraud rate is? Or Medicaid?
Oh, I would probably 15, 20%.
Nope, it's less than 5%, which means it's more effective than private insurance. The fraud comes from the hospitals and the providers that bill the insurance. It's not the people themselves. They want to attack people and put work requirements on the program, which is really just going to block American citizens with a bunch of bureaucracy and paperwork to fail off the program. It's just like
20 million people into the country without vetting them.
that's a different topic. That's a different topic, and also it was not 20 million. But regardless, they don't get Medicaid. They don't get Medicaid. They don't get Medicaid. They don't get Medicaid. No, they don't. They don't get Medicaid. They do not. They do not get Medicaid. No, they don't. That's a lie.
They get health care. They get free.
No, they don't. No, they don't. It's a lie. It's a lie. No, they don't. No, they don't get any of this. No, it's all a lie.
Oh, really?
Yep.
That's a lie, huh?
Yep, in the actual statute of our Medicaid or our Obamacare ACA expansion packs, it says that if you're not here illegally, you cannot receive any health care from Medicaid. Yep, it's in the law.
But they're doing it. But they're doing it. You just said you're.
They're not doing it. They're not doing it. They're not doing it. There's no proof of that whatsoever. Elon Musk tore through our entire government. Elon Musk tore through the entire government finding waste, fraud, and abuse. They couldn't find it. They couldn't find any of it. What did Doge say about this? What did Doge find?
0.4% is going to the illegals. So
that's for emergency services. It's not illegals either. It could be somebody looking for asylum, and they break their arm. That could include. That's what that cost includes. Which, unless okay, let's say someone crosses the border in America and they're seeking asylum, or they're claiming asylum, and they break their arm. Do you think we should help them in a hospital at the ER?
Depends on what happened.
They fell and they broke their arm.
Doing what? Crossing the border?
Nah, they just fell. No, they're in America. They came here to seek asylum and they broke their arm.
Do they have to pay that back?
So you're saying no, basically.
Should they have to pay it back?
What if they can't pay it back?
Get a job.
So if someone comes to the ER, so you're saying if an immigrant comes over the border, okay, and they're seeking asylum, or maybe they're here for some other reason, okay, they break their arm, they're in the street crying. You're telling me we need to tell them to get a job before we help them with their broken arm?
I'm saying they need to pay that money back.
What if they can't pay it back? What if they're poor and they're seeking asylum because they don't have any money? Should we help them?
Why?
Should we? So you're saying no?
They are putting a drain on the system, so no.
Okay, so are you a Christian?
Used to be a long time ago.
Okay, well at least they're not anymore. Because I mean, yeah, I can't call you a hypocrite now, since you're not anymore. But yeah, in my opinion, if there's someone who's struggling who has a broken arm or something, I would want them to get care personally. I think it's a good thing as human beings to do. In America right now, we have like 5 people who own more wealth than 150 million people combined with our extreme wealth inequality in America. They have 50,000 super yachts. I think the least we could do is let somebody who breaks their arm get basic care to make sure they're stable, and they can move on without being in extreme pain in the richest country of all time.
Basic care. And then after that, they go back to their home country.
That's what happens in America. That's the current law. That's the current law that people complain about as if we're giving illegal aliens health care, which is just not true.
But
so the Medicaid cuts... No, but the Medicaid cuts that they're doing right now, there's a reason there's like 500 rural hospitals that are going to close down. And they're trying to give a lifeline to them through like $50 billion to pay them to do nothing. But these Medicaid work requirements and the cuts they're making, it's going to make a lot of Americans lose health care. There's no physical way in the budget they cut this much from Medicaid without it affecting American citizens. It's not physically possible, which is the only issue here. And they say illegals because people hate illegal immigrants or immigrants in general, judging by ICE and the way MAGA celebrates alligator Alcatraz. So people will just believe, oh, the illegals are losing health insurance, not even realizing that they themselves might be attacked by these cuts.
Well, if you take out the illegals and the ones that are here illegally and not supposed to be getting that stuff, there will be more money to help the people that are actually citizens.
Nah, there won't be. There just won't be.
Really?
That's not how it works. The cuts they're making, okay, so
really?
They make cuts, the overall cuts they made to Medicaid, they're funneling those cuts to the wealthy. So even if you were correct, which you're not correct, even if you were correct, let's say there's savings from cutting immigrants off of it. They're not using those cuts to give that money to American citizens. You realize that. They're giving those cuts to Medicaid to the ultra wealthy. So even if it was true that illegal immigrants in America got health care, that money's not going to American citizens. It's going to the ultra wealthy and tax breaks. Yeah, for the top 1%.
How are they getting money? How are the 1% getting any money from Medicaid? Explain that one to me.
Because we cut people's health care and then we get money from that, and with that money we make the rich pay less taxes. And we have a higher national debt as a result. And we pay the interest on that national debt, a topic conservatives used to care about before they cucked out to Trump.
Like now the Democrats are holding it hostage because they want to put $1.5 trillion in to add partially illegals back onto the Medicaid and the Medicare program.
It's just not true. You could read the law. It's sad, bro. Like, look up the law someday. Some reading would do good for you. Reading would do good for you.
I'm not going to convince you. You're not going to convince me. So.
I know I can. I know I'm not going to convince you. Like, I have you on here to show how Trump supporters are just stubborn. Because, like, if you gave me like an actual, let's say you said, for example, I was in the military, I had this experience with healthcare in America, I think this could make it better. We might be able to put money in this area or that area with a VA to make it better. I would be able to listen to that. But when you keep on reciting Republican talking points, like, oh, $1.5 trillion to give to the illegals, there's nowhere at all where there's $1.5 trillion going to illegal aliens. That's not even like, it's laughable.
Democrat talking point while I'm doing Republican one.
No, I'm not giving talking points. I'm engaging with the facts themselves. I'm talking through these budgets with you. You don't know about the budgets. You just kind of say things.
Whatever person was going for whatever office, and I would listen to both sides, and I would decide, okay, well, I know that 90% of what they're saying they're not going to be able to do, but who had a better plan? I will never in my life again ever vote for a Democrat, ever.
What is Trump's healthcare plan?
Off the top of my head, I can't remember right now.
What did he say in the debate with Kamala Harris when they said, what is your healthcare plan?
I don't.
Donald Trump said, and I quote, he said, I have concepts of a plan. And right now, as Republicans criticize Democrats and say, we're not going to give illegals healthcare, which is a lie, Republicans are being asked, hey, do you have a healthcare plan to replace Obamacare if Obamacare and the Affordable Care Act is so bad? And what do they say? No. They have concepts of a plan still. So when you say you picked, when you say you elected Trump, when you, just really quick, when you say you voted for Trump based off his policies and better plans, and healthcare is a big thing to me. I know people who suffered from cancer, Alzheimer's, who suffered from different forms of like dementia, suicide, drug, alcohol abuse, all that kind of stuff. They needed a lot of help in my life. I knew a lot of people going through a lot, including some veterans, including people, firefighters, police, a bunch of social workers, whoever it might be. Healthcare is a big deal to me. The fact that Trump said, I have concepts of a plan, and at this point, after being president for damn near 10 years, he has no healthcare plan, and you say you voted for Trump based off his plans, do you see how that's kind of funny sounding?
Okay. Keep listening to CNN and Kamala.
Sir, respond to the points I just made. Why did Trump say he has concepts of a plan and he still has no healthcare plan?
It takes a while to get through the. Right now, he can't even get the budget put on because the Democrats are stopping it.
So he doesn't have an idea of what healthcare can even look like. Even running for president, he was running for president for like 4 years. He was banned from Twitter, so he had no time to tweet. So like, so we're done. Wow, he said we're done. What a whiny little bitch, bro. What a whiny bitch. Honestly, dude. Shout out to women, but bro. We're done. And we're done. We're done. You showed me my Pookie Bear Trump, my daddy Trump, has no plans, and I just like him because he is sexy. I don't care what he says. He's sexy. He makes me feel emotionally good and happy and stable. We're done. You want me to talk about a fact here? We're done. We're done. Please drop a like, comment, and subscribe. That right there was one of my favorite calls, to be honest. Not a bad call. Please drop a like, comment, and subscribe. Please donate to the channel, Droll Politics, Cash App, Venmo. If you want more content like this, become a patron on Patreon in my description. You can do $5 a month. Really helpful. Thank you for $2, Matt. Caller is a dummy. Naga will believe anything. Thank you. Kelly, is caller capable of admitting they're wrong? 7 months. Thank you. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Please drop a like on the stream. Drop a like on the video. All that kind of stuff. Fun call, guys. Fun call. Someone says, caller watches transgender porn. Probably. Hey, it's all love, too. I know you... Yeah, it's all love. It's freedom of speech. You gotta have conversations, right? Yeah, we're done. Yeah, we're done, bro. Ugh. That was a good call. How was that call, guys? Was that a good one? I feel like that was a pretty tight call. I think I was pretty tight there. Yeah, JFK was just talking. Martin Luther King Jr. was just talking. They were just talking. It's not about being dumb or not. It's about just like there's a certain way to do it.
Military that can direct force.
Obama's doing podcasting, dude. Obama's on a podcast.
When you have military that can direct force against their own people, that is inherently corrupting. When you have what looks like a deliberate end run around not just a concept, but a law that's been around for a long time, posse comitatus, that says, you know, you don't use our military on domestic soil unless there is an extraordinary emergency of some sort.
Yeah, like if you're invaded by China, if we're being invaded by China and they've taken parts of California, then the military can deploy. You're fighting literal foreign countries attacking you, not saying immigration are foreign invaders, and then any immigrant in America, or anyone who looks like an immigrant, or anyone who supports immigrants are terrorists, including your opposition party. A very basic foundation of our country, of any free country.
When you see an administration suggest that ordinary street crime is an insurrection.
Yeah, exactly, Obama.
Or
what a smart guy.
Or a terrorist act.
He should run for president, dude.
Yeah, that is a genuine effort to weaken how we have understood democracy.
Yeah, because you're saying every single situation, no matter how bad, no matter what severity, no matter what, if there's a kid skipping a rock across the wrong pond, we could send in the military. We could send in unidentified federal agents to take care of that. There is no level of force which we cannot use because any crime is unacceptable. We're going to live in a full Chinese surveillance state, okay? We're going to live in a full surveillance state. If you do anything wrong whatsoever, that's unacceptable. You can't do anything wrong whatsoever. We're going to bomb you. You could use any force. Insurrection, military. We can direct it politically, even if our political opponents we feel are hurting America. But you need a common understanding of what crisis really is and what national emergency really requires and how the response is justified. And Americans have not had that conversation for a very long time. We've lived in very peaceful times for a very long time in this country, and that's one reason why we're reverting back so far. And like Europe, Europe had to rebuild. They had to learn lessons. America didn't really go through the same process. Please drop a like, comment, subscribe. We're done here. Oh, we're done. Oh, we're done. Oh, we're done. Guys, we're done. ICE gave Rogers Parkman a $130 ticket for not having his papers on him. They rounded him. Wait. Ooh. ICE gave a Rogers Park man a $130 ticket for not having his papers on him. They rounded him up last week and eventually let him go, but not without a fine that some critics say is un-American. Yeah, because if they want to say, oh, that brown person looks like an illegal alien, therefore we're going to detain them and force them to give us papers, you're now saying there's a class in America of Latino, for example, or Spanish-speaking. This class of people in America needs to have identification on them and papers and numbers assigned to them to keep track of them that, like, white Americans do not need to have. So if you're an American citizen and you're not white, and ICE wants to say, oh, you look like a Mexican, therefore you look like an illegal, because that's what they say right now, they can detain you, they can beat you up, they can hold you. There's a woman that was walking through Chicago. Her last name, she was adopted. Her last name was a white last name. And they told her, you don't look like this last name, because she was Latina. Okay? You don't look like this last name. So even if you have your papers on you, you're not safe from ICE. But now they're giving out $130 tickets. So talk about privilege. I'm not going to say white privilege because conservatives piss their pants if you say white privilege. But I can't think of a better example of not just white privilege, but a privilege that is it's okay. This is why white privilege is a bad way to say it. This is pure discrimination. This is pure racism, racial profiling. Unconstitutional. It's disgusting. It should not be happening in America. I'm not using the academic dumbass white privilege term. This is pure targeted racism on purpose, intentional. Please drop a like, comment, and subscribe. What are we at? 52 minutes. Are we at an hour yet? I want to be done. I'm tired. How much time are we in this? It's got to be almost an hour, right? It better be almost an hour. I go an hour every night nowadays. Make sure you drop a like, comment, subscribe again, guys. Thank you for watching. 2 good days in a row. Watch my latest video. My latest video on JD Vance. I'm gonna post more videos on my YouTube channel. So if I post more videos, I need you to watch it. We are done here, guys. We are done. We're done here, guys. We are done. Yeah, we're done here. Dude, what the hell? This is really okay, so this is pretty big news for money in politics. So there's a thing with Citizens United, which is basically saying corporations are people and money is speech. They can spend any amount of money on elections, and that'll be federal law because of that Supreme Court ruling. But this measure in Montana proposes that states have the ability to change laws on how money and politics works together. So there's something in this article by Rolling Stone. Let's see here. They point out that in past eras, state laws granted corporations more limited powers, and states never relinquished their authority to redefine what corporations can and cannot do. So states can have more strict laws on corporations than the federal government does. So this is a good test here. So if you want to do this and block corporations to have the power to spend on elections, it's possible, if this is able to get through, that we can do this on a state-by-state basis. So let's say California wants to ban money in politics, and Pennsylvania and blue states want to ban money in politics. Democrats can even campaign on this. And then even if we don't overturn Citizens United, if we can do similar restrictions on money in politics at the state level, because Citizens United, this corporate Supreme Court right now is not going to change that. But yeah, this is a really good development, really positive development for some rare maybe good news. Please drop a like, comment, and subscribe. I gotta say that in case if I use TikToks, guys, in case if I make TikToks. So. Conservatism pains me right now. I talk to Trump supporters almost every night on my show on YouTube. Joel of Politics, and I've not had many conversations where they respond to any points. If I talk about like a Rolling Stone article which references a state law that was gonna pass, and they'll just say Rolling Stone's not trustworthy because Daddy Trump told me, and it's like, dude, they're quoting a primary source. They're quoting a source that is like word for word the actual document. Just because it's on CNN site or Rolling Stone or whatever does not change how valid that reporting is. But you realize they're not making any arguments about press or about the validity of facts or anything. They're making emotional arguments. So good or bad. You know the signs that said Kamala bad, Trump good, Kamala high tax, Trump low tax, Trump good, Kamala bad, Trump low tax. Like those signs, the caveman brain. Or cave woman brain, or you know, all the Neanderthal brain they use. They aren't engaging with this because you could have different journalists for different outlets. Like New York Times, there are some people in New York Times I trust, some I don't. There's some stories I trust, some I don't. But they don't have any care or ability to look deeper into the actual information presented. So it's better to tell them a story, an emotional narrative about something versus giving an actual point about anything. And it's difficult because you don't have them respond to any actual questions. It's really hard, dude. And then if Trump says something crazy, they'll just say, "Oh, he was joking. He was just making a little kid. He was kidding. He was kidding." Okay, guys, I'm gonna wind down for tonight. If someone donates $10 on Cash App or Venmo with your phone number and your first name, I'll take another call. But other than that, I'm gonna probably chill. Appreciate you joining me. Again, I'm gonna keep the 1 hour a night kind of standard for a little bit here before until I get settled down. I got a lot of travel coming up for a bunch of different things, a bunch of stuff going on. So I don't have enough energy to stream super long at night. I appreciate you guys joining me though every night, especially all you guys, the mods and members who are here a lot. Really appreciate it. You can call in tomorrow. Thank you for liking and subscribing. Isn't it crazy that someone will give away all of their people give away all of their personal information. They give away their lives. They give away money monthly for corporations for content. And then these Trump cucks will be in the chat saying, "Oh, he's begging for money." Like, yeah, I'm begging for money. I'm a small YouTube channel talking to numbskulls every night. Like, yeah, dude, I want to be able to make money from it so I could do it more often, of course, so I don't have to deliver as many Amazon packages and tacos and DoorDash. Like, alright guys, join Discord. Thank you for watching. Comment. I have multiple real jobs. Oh shit, here. We're done here. That guy said we're done here. Holy shit, dude. Well, yeah, we're done here. Well, we're done here. Well, we're done here. Well, we're done here. That guy really just said we're done here. Holy shit. Ruby said smoke some bud and eat some ass. Is that a good recommendation? Is that a good thing? Yep, thank you guys. Join Discord. Join Discord. We're at 1 hour. We're at 1 hour. We made it to an hour, guys. I did my hour for tonight. Did my hour for tonight, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Are you on every night? So what I'm trying to do right now, so like I was doing like 9. At one point I streamed for 5 hours a night, but I have more stuff going on now. So maybe in the summers I could stream longer like that, or depending on the news cycle, but I've been exhausted. So I've been trying to stream from like 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. every night, like 10 p.m. Eastern to 11 p.m. Eastern. Maybe I'll do 10 to 12. It depends on the viewership I get, how much energy I have, all that kind of stuff. Thank you for becoming a member, Sergio. Thank you so much for the supporter tier. Thank you so much. Thank you. I have that membership for YouTube, and also in my description, I'll put it in the chat. My Patreon as well is a really good way to support, especially if you don't want your name to be green, if you don't want to be called out in chat. Here is $2. Thank you for $2. You're done here. What does that mean? What does you're done here mean? We have a Patreon as well. Patreon's really cool. The way that works. If anyone wanted to donate more money, I would do like supporter tier on YouTube to get the green name, and then do the rest on do the rest on Patreon. Also go to my TikTok Jola Politics. Go to my TikTok Jola Politics and follow there too. Same name as YouTube. All right, guys, have a good night. Thank you again. Thank you. Have a good night. Hope you sleep well. Thank you for watching. And shout out to all the new people watching, new member as well. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow, 10 p.m. 10 p.m. Eastern time. And join Discord. I put my notifications on Discord. I ping everyone in Discord when I go live. Or turn on my bell for YouTube as well. Discord's on my channel, in my description, all that kind of stuff. All the different places you could find it. Alright, peace.